Job interviews can be pretty nerve-wracking. But what if I told you the most important part is over before you've even answered a single real question? Today, we're going to break down how to master those first few moments and make a first impression that really sticks. So let me just ask you this. What do you think is the single most critical moment in that entire interview? Is it, how you answer that super tough question they throw at you? Or maybe it's the questions you ask at the very end? Well, the answer might surprise you. It's just 30 seconds. That's it. Some psychologists believe that's all the time it takes for an interviewer to form a lasting impression. It's kind of like this little trick our brains play on us, where we quickly judge someone based on one good thing, like their confidence. And then that positive feeling colors everything else. So yeah, those 30 seconds can make or break your chances. So the big question is, how do you make every single one of those seconds count? Because that first interaction, it doesn't just kick off the conversation, it really sets the tone for everything that's about to happen. Okay, let's walk through this moment by moment, starting with the second you walk through that door, because your interview really begins right then and there. So imagine the scene. The interviewer opens the door and says, "Please do come in." Now, I want you to notice that one tiny but really important word here, do. They could just say, "Please come in," and that's fine. But adding that little word "do" makes the whole invitation feel warmer, more welcoming, and just more polite. It's a subtle thing, but it creates a great atmosphere from the very beginning. And here's your perfect response. Instead of just a simple "hello" or "thanks for having me," try this one out. "Thank you for making some time to see me." It's so professional, it's respectful, and it immediately sets you apart from the crowd. So why does this one line work so well? Well, it shows you get it. You understand the interviewer is busy, and you really value the time they've carved out for you. It's just a fantastic display of courtesy and professionalism in your very first sentence. Okay, so we've got a really strong start. Now, let's keep that momentum going. After that first exchange, the conversation is flowing, and your polite replies are absolutely key to building that instant connection. You'll probably follow up your opening with a classic, right? "It's a pleasure to meet you." And hey, it's a standard for a reason. It's polite and it's direct. And here is the pro move. If an interviewer says, "It's a pleasure to meet you," a fantastic, really top-notch response is, "The pleasure is all mine." Think about it. This phrase is just so confident and gracious. A simple "you too" is fine, but it can feel a little flat. "The pleasure is all mine" sounds more sophisticated and really makes an impact. It shows you're comfortable and at ease. All right, so beyond the opening lines, there are a few key words that almost always pop up in these first few minutes. If you understand them, you're going to navigate the whole conversation like a total pro. First up, refreshments. You'll probably hear this one right away. When an interviewer asks if you'd like any refreshments, they're simply offering you a drink, coffee, tea, or water. It's just a polite, slightly more formal way of asking. Next, details. You'll often hear the interviewer talk about the details of the job. All this means is the specific stuff, the day-to-day duties, the working hours, and the main responsibilities for the role. Then there's the word background. This is a really broad term that covers your whole professional and educational story. It's your work experience, your education, any courses you've taken, the whole shebang. And of course, the document that got you in the room in the first place, your resume. It's that quick 1 or 2 page summary of your work history and qualifications that you sent them ahead of time. Now, here's something that trips a lot of people up: the difference between a resume and a CV. A resume is that short summary of your work background. A CV, on the other hand, that stands for curriculum vitae, is usually way more detailed, with a big focus on your academic history. It's definitely good to know the difference. Finally, here's a great little conversational phrase to know: to fill someone in. It just means to give someone information they don't have. So if your interviewer says they'll fill you in on the details, it just means they're going to give you all the info you need about the job. Simple as that. Okay, so you've got the words and phrases down pat. But what about everything you're not saying? A huge, huge part of your first impression is nonverbal. So let's run through a quick confidence checklist that goes way beyond words. Seriously, your body language can speak volumes. Sometimes it's even louder than your voice. The way you carry yourself can instantly tell someone that you're confident, comfortable, and trustworthy. often way more powerfully than anything you could actually say. And it really comes down to 3 simple but super powerful actions. Step 1, a firm handshake. It's a classic for a reason, it just screams confidence. Step 2, maintain eye contact. This shows you're engaged and honest. And step 3, smile. It projects warmth and shows you're self-assured. These aren't just empty gestures, they really work. So there you have it. We've broken down the phrases, the keywords, and the body language you need to absolutely nail those first 30 seconds. All the tools are right here. So the only question left is, how are you going to own your next interview?